All right, so we're going to close the sprint today, and anything that has not been completed in the assignment 3 that are still in the boards, we're going to move them over and spill over to the next sprint. Plus, we're going to assign everyone 2 new stories. Right, one of the stories will be a design story, and one will be an implementation story. You have a question?
So that means that it's a natively finished something that's on the board. Is that generally true?
Ideally, there's nothing left in a sprint, but it does occur that from time to time you might have some stories that were not completed as planned, and that would spill over to the next sprint. Either because
you're still expecting to see them on that particular turn, right?
What the
are you taking off points for something that's not done yet, but it's still on the board?
If it's still on the board, you'll get credit whenever you do complete that task. Yeah. You might get penalized this sprint, but you will get back whatever points whenever you do complete whatever you do get. Right. It'll make it a little bit harder as we'll need to, administratively. Administratively, we would like not to do that, since we'll have to go back and update something. Ideally, when you finish the sprint, you're done, and then we start brand new next. Right? But it does occur. It does occur. It's very common that something might spill over. We might have been ideally would have happened during the sprint. We realized that we were not going to hit or complete something, and we might have created a separate story and said, well, this should have been 2 or 3 stories, so I'll really only do this one, and these other 2 stories I'll put in the backlog, and we'll add them in the next sprint. Okay? It's we might have been over optimistic. All sorts of might have been assigned to the wrong person. They might have been assigned. The system was not ready. The machine could not install the environment. X. It's very common. Right? And all sorts of things might have happened. So yes. In this particular sprint, I believe most students only have the SD1, SD2, SD3 boards, which is the organization board, right? It's only one board. And you see everybody's item or issues in one single board. And that's fine for this sprint. So what we're trying to do is to create 3 additional boards. Okay? And those boards, what we'll do is that we'll update the filters so that the board for Team 1 will only show the issues that are assigned to folks that are in Team 1. Right? Did I demo that? I thought I did. So if you go, for instance, in the Jira board, you go into Jira boards and view all boards, right? This can only be done, as I learned today, only by the team lead. Right? There's one person in every organization who has been designated as the team lead, right, in that organization, and that person has the capability of doing what I'm going to show you now. Right? All the other folks cannot do it in the same organization. So we're working to give everybody the same security clearance. So for instance, if some of you might try, and if you go to a team board, you'll be able to configure the board you just created. Please don't give it names so generic. Use the actual name of your team. This is way too generic, and you won't know which one's yours if everybody calls it Team 1, Team 2, Team 3. Give it the names of the actual team that you chose. Some folks use Phoenix or Oracle or team the A team or whatever. Anyway, if you go and configure this, I believe most of you cannot do this. Only your team lead in your particular organization. When you come here and you created your board, you can edit the filter. See this filter? When you edit the filter, when you click on that, you'll be able to edit the filter. For instance, this particular board only shows the issues where the assignee are Jeff, Champion, and Yuns. Right, so this is the board for that particular team. They will only see issues that were assigned to folks in that team. Make sense? And some other board, team number 3, will have a different filter. Will show the assignees for some other folks. So if I go and we go back, if we go to team 1, oops, I went too far. Team 1, I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. And you edit the filter, it'll be some other filter, right? These are 3 different folks than the other ones. You see that? So whenever you come in the morning and your boards, you would only go to your board, even though you can see everybody's board, right? But you only care about your team board. You would go in the morning, you click on that, and you would only see the issues that are assigned to the 3 folks in that team. Make sense? Did that answer your question? Yeah. In addition to those 3 team boards, there is the SD boards that were created for you. These are the organization boards. Right? These show all the issues created in the organization. Yes. So that has been created for you already. You don't have to create it yourself, right? But it has these generic names: SD1, SD2, SD3. Right? And I believe maybe the team lead might be able to change the name. I'm not quite sure if they have the access to change the name of the boards. You might want to try. Right? Maybe give it the name of your organization, perhaps. All right? Make sense? All right, so let's go back to the assignment.